you are a female chief. You're the first female chief of a native village. I'm going to tell you what to say. You're very proud. Stand up straight. Very proud chief of a native village. Eyes open. 1, 2, 3. Chief, thank you for coming. Here are your new villagers. Now, they want to live here in your village. Here's the problem. Look at them. They're all ex-convicts. They've just been released from prison. So say this to them just the way I say it. Say this to them. You are now in my village.
You are now in my village.
Now use your hand to illustrate this. See, I'm going to take all the women, and chop them up in little pieces.
I'm going to take all the women and chop them up in pieces.
Take all the men back to my hut.
I'm going to take all the men back to my hut.
And we're going to party all night.
We're going to party.
Sleep. You're no longer a chief. You are now a Japanese empress. You start to look Japanese. Show me a Japanese face. All right? More importantly, you speak Japanese. Whatever I say in English, you say in Japanese. Eyes open. Japanese empress, thank you for coming. Here are your new villagers, but they're all ex-convicts. They've just been released from prison. In Japanese, say to them, you are now in my village. Say it in Japanese. In Japanese, I'm going to take all the women, chop them up in little pieces. Japanese, take all the men back to my house.
Oh.
Japanese will party all night.
Party.
Now, this lady is also a Japanese empress who is her good friend. Very good friend. She does not like what she's hearing. This lady can speak both English and Japanese, so she can interpret for me. Let me ask you a question, Japanese empress. Since you have been living together, you don't like what you just heard, is that correct?
No.
Then tell her in Japanese, no way are you taking the men back to your hut. What did she say? Tell me in English what she said.
She said, no way in hell are you getting them.
Tell her, you don't want the men, you want her.
I don't want
In Japanese.
Achipacha akapacha amanya.
How to answer you? Japanese.
Achamana panana.
What'd she say?
She said, no way in hell, I'm going with the men.